What is going on, guys? Smooth Racing here, back with a brand new video, and today we've got our GP2 2014 round 3 from Monte Carlo preview. So this is the third round of the GP2 2014 season. We've had 2 cracking rounds so far and 4 races, because as you know in GP2 there are 2 races every round. So this week then it is Monaco, and it's going to be such a tough challenge for all the drivers. And speaking of drivers, we're going to be going through the Drivers' Championship right now, and in the lead then is Jolyon Palmer on 70 points, then it's Julian Leal, then it's Felipe Nasr, John Giucotto Jr., Arthur Peak, Stoffel Van Dorn, then it's Trummer, Dillman, Coletti, Riquelme, Haryanto, Izawa, Quaife Hobbs, Elinas, Binder, and Mitch Evans is the last point scorer. Then Markelov, De Jong, Abt, Daly, Rossi, Lancaster, Sato, Marcellio, Canamassas, Regalia, Berton, Negrara, and Axel Jeffries is in last position in 29th. Sadly, he lost his drive, but I suppose he wasn't the quickest or the cleanest driver. But sadly, yeah, he lost his drive for round 2, and I don't suppose he'll be continuing. Andre Negara got an injury, and I suspect he'll be back from Monaco. But of course, as we know, Monaco is a really tough challenge for the GP2 drivers. It's a massive challenge for the F1 drivers. So just think what a challenge it's going to be for the GP2 drivers. There's almost certain to be some crashes. Sadly, it is going to be inevitable, and hopefully they can all get through the first corner safely, because last year was an absolute disaster with a massive pile-up, eventually resulting in a red flag, and then having to restart the race was a disaster. So hopefully we won't be seeing that happen again. And Felipe Nasr then won the last round, and also John Giucotto. So I think Felipe Nasr will have a lot of momentum and a lot of willpower, lots of motivation to do well coming into round 3, and hopefully he can add to his tally of his 1 win that he's got so far in his career. But of course that win came last time out in Bahrain, so in Spain. So Felipe Nasr is really going to be hopefully on top form. Of course I support him. Last year then the result was Sam Bird won the feature race, and then Coletti won the sprint race. Now of course Bird's not in it. I think Coletti has a good chance of winning one of the races. I think Jolyon Palmer looks to have the best car. The Dams car seems to be the best. Suspect Jolyon Palmer will probably be taking pole position, but suspect a strong challenge from the Carlin pair of Leal and Nasr. And then also the racing engineering pair I think really need an improvement in this round, and I think that's where it will come from. Stefano Coletti, and then Marcellio just needs to get off the mark. As for the rest of the field, well, there's Arthur Peak. He's done an absolute amazing job scoring in 3 of the 4 races so far, a 5th, a 6th and a 4th, and then he's up to 5th. And then Stoffel Van Dorn really needs a good weekend after a disastrous weekend last time out, and that first win in GP2 seems to have cursed him, and now he's in really bad form, but he definitely needs a good weekend. Simon Trummer had also a terrible weekend and failing to score points in either the feature or the sprint race in Spain. Tom Dillman had a great race. He got a podium in the sprint race. He'll be hoping to build from that, which was his first weekend last weekend, so he'll be trying to catch up on a few of his rivals. As I mentioned, Coletti scored twice this year. Riquelme doing a great job scoring in all of the last 3 races. Haryanto's only scored once this year. Izawa, like Van Dorn, scored, did really well in round 1 and race 1, and then really dropped back from there, really far off the pace, and really just not to the standard of his teammates. Quaife Hobbs has had a great season so far, scoring 3 points finishes. Considering that his car is not the greatest, he's doing a great job. Then Theo Elinas, hopefully he'll be back for Monaco, although sponsorship could play a major factor, and that's something that Elinas doesn't really have. Binder did a great job in Bahrain. Sadly couldn't really repeat his feat in Spain, but nevertheless I'm sure he'll come back fighting in Monaco. Mitch Evans as well needs a really good race, so does Markelov, and so does the whole Russian time team. Considering they won the drivers last year, they really need to get their act together and start producing a good car. Daniel Abt and Regalia have had Hilmer has not been their best car. Abt has definitely got the better of Regalia so far, scoring 2 13 finishes, a 12th and then a retirement. But I think Daniel Abt will be really hoping that his his Hilmer Motorsport car is going to improve for Monaco. And then we've got Alexander Rossi, the American, who had a good 14th, but doesn't really look like scoring points, along with probably Sato, I can't really see Canamassa scoring points even though he's in the same car but won a feature race, but I think that was probably just a bit of luck. And then Nathaniel Burton retired in both of the last 2 races, so he'll be hoping just to finish. And I think a major factor in this, which we have seen so far this season, is the different strategies. Some of those starting on the harder tyres, going long into the race, and of course at Monaco it's all about track position because it's so hard to overtake, and I think we'll be seeing some quite crazy overtakes and hopefully not too many crashes, although it's probably inevitable. So then we'll come to the final part of this episode, which is my prediction video, and this is really tough to predict for me, but I think I'm going to give the win to Felipe Nasr from Jolyon Palmer. And then I think I'll put Leal on the podium for the feature race, and then for the sprint race, which is so hard to predict, no one would have predicted Giacomo last race. For the sprint race, I'm going to go Coletti to win it this year again. I'm hoping that he'll get a good result because he's been so unlucky so far this season, and I think Marcellia will hopefully score points. But I'll be interested in hearing your top 3 predictions for the feature and the sprint race down in the comment section below, and just to add, I think Palmer will get pole. But I'm into racing, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.